It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play on the first possession of the game. Russell into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And counted at the rim.
No doubt.
Chill family, my birthday next month, so I'm thinking of streaming Fortnite or NBA 2K20 my team. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, that's how it's done.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
To Valanciunas. To Hayward. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
From the outside, no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Nets have it. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Scores from the post.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Nets have the basketball. Brogdon. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Brogdon. He's looking for that touch.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Jakob Poeltl at the line. First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Brooklyn with the basketball. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Here comes the screen. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Malcolm Brogdon trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Has a look. just not going down. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And the reward, he is going to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive player is establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Malcolm Brogdon, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second as well. And count the basket.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie picked up by Schroeder. To Hollis Jefferson. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder Harder, other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim, the harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Trying to cash in and scores.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Screen coming. With the interception.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
That's out. Last touch by Dwayne Dedmon. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Stepping in for the number 41.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys down big. To Allen Crabbe. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
And he finishes at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
That ends the first quarter. The Hawks already pulling away. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you.
Into the game for the Atlanta Hawks, number 1.
Cashes in for 2.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Brooklyn's got it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
D'Angelo Russell at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good for the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point game. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Russell, defended by Jakob Poeltl. To Allen Crabbe. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Oh!
Just incredible timing on that swat.
We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
It's way too early in the game to be intentionally fouling like that. Keep your cool, man. Calm down.
Russell, knocked loose. Hawks have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
He throws it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
The assist from number 1.
Russell with it up top. Down a bundle. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
D'Angelo Russell at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw.
For the Atlanta Hawks, number 55.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Hayward.
2 minutes left in the
Ferocious slam inside. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Allen Crabbe. Russell. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
And now the intentional foul. Over a minute to go. They'll try and extend this game and make them earn it at the line.
Maybe a message was being sent there. I'm just not too sure what it was.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. From long range. Missed it. Good work to step in front. The pass taken away. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Hawks come up with it. It's a big finish.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Russell into the front court. He'll run the offense. Whoa! What a finish!
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
And a throwdown.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 1.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Russell. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Short jumper won't go down. And the finish at the rim.
2 points. The assist from number 1.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Nets have it. Knocked loose. Hawks have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
It goes down.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Jonas Valanciunas. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Old school equals high percentage.
D'Angelo Russell with a piece and breaks it up. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Valanciunas. Finish that. Fires the three, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He's now 5 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
The assist from number 1.
Nets have the basketball. Probing the defense. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
D'Angelo Russell has got 2 shots coming, shooting 80% in this contest. Misses the first. Missed the second one as well. Deep 2 there, won't go. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. That pass stolen by the Hawks. Terrific vision and the slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Russell to Hollis Jefferson. Layup goes down. Well done.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Nice pass to set things up.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Has a chance. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Nice swat that time.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Russell. Knocked loose. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for Atlanta, number 2, Frank Kaminsky.
Big finish at the rim. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down. Hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Off the mark, no good. To Russell. He wants it at the rim and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. The drive, right to the basket. Straight on look. Gets it in the right corner. Dennis Schroeder. That's off the side of the rim, short.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Wayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Missed a wide open look. Here's Schroeder with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. And look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Brogdon to Dinwiddie. Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Knocked loose. The Nets now with 4 to shoot to Brogdon. Has a look. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Here's a chance from long range. 4-3. Hits the trifecta.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Brogdon to Dinwiddie. Lays it up and in.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Number 13, Malcolm Brogdon.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Brogdon. Runner's good there.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
The pass set it all up.
The assist from number 13, Malcolm Brogdon.
He'll let one fly from half court. That ends the third quarter. The Hawks with a nice advantage. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest.
Substitutions. Into the game.
They'll get it down low to Harrell. To Hayward. Fires the 3. Message received. Well defended. Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys down big. Nice pass to set things up. Short jumper off the mark. Couple of cracks at the line now.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Brooklyn's got it. Driving right to the basket. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound taken by Hollis Jefferson. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Down a bundle. To Hollis Jefferson. Dwayne Dedmon sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Oh, emphatic slam.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
To Dinwiddie. Rebound hauled in by Atlanta. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Short jumper off the mark. And scores.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit. Easy layup.
Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. Substitution being made in this one. Gets to the basket and scores.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
And the basket good at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Dinwiddie into the front court. He'll run the offense. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Curling inside. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
No, I missed a short one there. To Hayward. Rondae Hollis Jefferson pins it. Dinwiddie shot, no good. The Hawks are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks put together a nice win here today, and the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high-percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Atlanta Hawks. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
These guys walked in with the game plan, and they walked out with the win. And these highlights, they tell even more of the story.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the remaining games. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From State Farm Arena, tonight it's the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Utah Jazz. The Jazz control the tap. Runner's good there.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Surveys the floor. They'll get it down low to Harrell. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here's Rubio into the front court. He'll run the offense. Ricky Rubio, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Mitchell with it up top. Leads a bucket. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Utah ball. Rubio to Joe Ingles. To Rubio. Ricky Rubio. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
No good and no foul. Rubio into the front court. His team up by 1. To Gobert. Nice finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Joe Ingles. Rubio. Defender going for the fake. Got him out of position for the dunk.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Hawks have it. Here's a chance from long range. Is good.
And a defense's ability to recognize personnel and think thoroughly and precisely in real-time moments, that's everything for your transition D.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Hayward. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here comes the screen. Baseline drop. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
And count the basket inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Gobert. can't connect.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Visit our team website for the latest news, videos, interviews, and features. You can get all that and more, including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
Both coaches hitting the reset button.
Entering the game for the Jazz, number 27, Rudy Gobert.
Here's Rubio up top. Down just a couple. Knocked loose. Rubio matched up with Pirtle. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. It'll stay with Utah. Rubio to Gobert. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Here's Rubio into the front court. Look at to make something happen. Joe Ingles to Mikal Bridges. Joe Ingles to Gobert. Short jumper misses. Here's Atlanta. Here comes the screen. Rudy Gobert. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Schroeder gets it in the left corner. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Rubio. Gets a shot up off the mark. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
To Gobert. Finish that.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Jazz had the ball. Rubio here again. Schroeder. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Rudy Gobert. Now 4 for 9.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
For 3. Tough shot. He hits.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. Schroeder. Fires the three. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Utah with the possession. To Mikal Bridges. Has a look. Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
He gets it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Joe Ingles. Rubio to Joe Ingles. From long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Beyond the arc for three. That no good, off the mark. Got it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rubio into the front court. Down 8. To Gobert. To Mikal Bridges. Oh, he had him there for a second. Jakob Poeltl sends it away. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Mikal Bridges at the line. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Another follow. Stays out. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from long range. He was all over him. Here's Rubio up top. Now down 6. Off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Rubio to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. That misses with a second to go. That's it for the first half. The Hawks with the lead.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Here's a chance from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Hawks with the basketball. For three, yes. Or in the case of the defense, Not good.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Joe Ingles to Rubio. Ricky Rubio. He's now 5 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
4-3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Joe Ingles. That's no good. Fires the three. It's corralled by Ingles. Utah's got it. Montrezl Harrell tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Gordon Hayward, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Short jumper stays out. Nothing going here on that drive. From long range, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Goes to the right side. They get it down to Gobert. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Beyond the arc for 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Rubio. Probing the defense. Jakob Poeltl swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Curling inside. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Ed, you know you got a problem when you're getting oohs and ahs from the home crowd.
Screen coming. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken in by Utah. Here's Rubio into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Mitchell on the drive, but he can't finish. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest. Rubio into the front court. Margins 8. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions, Utah.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Here's Rubio up top. His guys trail by 10. Knocked loose. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. jump ball. All lined up and ready for the jump. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Oubre to Rubio. Shot from the lane won't go. Here's a chance from long range. Not done yet. For three, that's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oubre. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Kelly Oubre. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Not that time. And draws the foul.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jared Allen at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. First try, no good. No good. Missed them both. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the...
Substitutions, Utah. Stepping in, Rojas, number 1.
And the finish off the nice step through.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Shot won't go. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Rubio into the front court. His guys down 11. Can't connect. For 3. The hot night continues. He's at 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter.
Take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Utah, number 27, Rudy Gobert.
And he he's going to the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Nope, first one does not go. Misses the second as well. Nice pass to get things going.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And the rebound taken down by the Jazz. Mitchell with the basketball. Down a bundle. The drive, right to the basket. Dwayne Dedmon able to recover with the block. Hawks have it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Joe Ingles. Knocked loose. Joe Ingles. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Can't go down. Smothering defense. Fires the three. No good. That's great defense. Rubio into the front court. His guys down big. Oh. Has a chance. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Mitchell. Off the iron. No good. Deep three. At the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A three at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks added a win with today's solid victory. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all of the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Atlanta Hawks. The Jazz put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the remaining games. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Count the basket at the rim.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kyrie Irving able to recover with the block. Nice finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Rozier. Here comes the screen. Irving buries it on the catch and shoot. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Beyond the arc for three. Now that's a contest. Irving. From the outside, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Driving right to the basket. Kyrie Irving. 2 for 3 now here in the first. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
End-to-end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Here's Irving into the front court. They trail by 2. Jakob Poeltl swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Here's Atlanta. Runner here. Won't go down. Hayward. Fires the 3. That's how you defend. And look out.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
To Irving. To Horford. Kyrie lets it go. Gets a look. Can't hit. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The drive. Right to the basket. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 for 7.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Now the Hawks coach going to call a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Stepping in for Boston, number 0, Jason.
Lets it fly from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. For three, he was all over him.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Boston with the basketball. To Rozier. Cleans it up. And a putback slam.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
From long range, tough shot. He hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Irving into the front court. Up by 6. Shot from the lane won't go. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
To Irving. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tatum's shot no good. Hawks with the basketball. Fires the three. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Isotem threes.
Add 2 points to the board.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, Get to the free throw line. See the ball go in the hole.
Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, man.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Irving brings the ball up court to Rozier. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Good for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Rozier into the front court. Down 5. Kyrie. Not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
Off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Rozier. Rozier rocking the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Rozier. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Doesn't have the touch. No good. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Hawks with the lead.
The Hawks are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. And while they... All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Rozier. Deep left corner. Irving. Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. To Irving. 4-3. That's good D. Shot no good. Oh, emphatic slam. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His guy's down 3. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Beyond the arc for three. No good. That's great defense.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Fires the three. The hot night continues. He's at 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Irving. Jakob Poeltl. Huge block. That's his third block this evening. The big guy, Greg Monroe. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Boy, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Going to launch beyond the arc. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended. Irving with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Monroe to Irving. Horford. Tatum. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Rozier with it. His guys trail now by 4. To Irving. The big guy, Greg Monroe, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Kyrie across the timeline. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Monroe to Rozier. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
For 3. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Layup goes down. Well done.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
From long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Rozier into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Irving. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
That's the record. His 14th three-pointer in the game.
We have a national weather warning, excessive heat on the court.
New blood coming in for both sides. Hawks have it. Almost unlucky bounce. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. The margin standing now at 7. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Rozier with it. The deficit now up to 5. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
To Irving. Screen coming. Irving. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Irving. Not that time. That's toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
To Irving. Frank Kaminsky with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Short jumper off the mark. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guy's down by 9. Turns and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That's the end of the third quarter. The Hawks with the lead. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Kyrie with the rock. To Rozier. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Missed the foul shot. To Schroeder. Backcourt. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Kyrie Irving for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Celtics have it. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Throws it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Rozier buries it on the catch and shoot.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Here's Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Rozier. Short jumper off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Nice pass to get things going.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Irving. Screen coming. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Irving. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's going to be out of bounds. Oh, the touch at the... rim. Count it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot in.
Another one goes down. Did you ever think we'd see a night like this?
Easy answer, no.
Irving. To Rozier. Irving. Horford to Irving. From the outside, no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. 24-second violation. To Irving. And the basket good at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Shot from the lane won't go. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Oh, and a putback. The Hawks are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks did
Is
what great
Echoed
teams do best, finish. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Atlanta Hawks. The Celtics are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here in the final third of the season are the remaining games. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Alright, I'll drop some bangers for the chat tonight. Dragon Ball Legends content. Alright, chill squad out. Peace, good vibes.